Hello, Zero Lurker. What's the verdict of new PC? Very promising. And now we are around 60. But generally we seem to be around 70, 75 when we're underground. Compared to, and sometimes we go like to 45, but generally we stay above 50. Compared to being on like most often 35. So I would say, nice. Yeah, I would say that it's nice. I would say that it's nice. Actually, it's decent. It's very decent. But where are the humans? And also, why is Okami not making the pedestal? Okay, I'm going to, just because Dwarf Fortress might be bugged or whatever, I'm going to just remove the permitted workers. Anyone can do it. There we go. Give it a think. Someone is doing it. Who is doing it? Search for pedestal. Okay. That's apparently not the job. Make rock. Who's gonna do it? Who is doing it? Oh, there's another story. I really need to look at that. Make rock pedestal. I did search for that. It is Iglick that's gonna do it instead. Okay. No. Certain goods. That's cool. I really want to see what's up over here. Listening to story. Someone is really listening to story. Who is telling? There we go. Telling story. It is Erith that is telling a story. The story of that Per became mayor. Very nice. Very nice. Where do we have Iglick? I would assume somewhere. Because... Okay. Okami is still like giving water? To who? What? Who are you giving water to? That means that someone is hurt. No one is in the hospital. Who are you giving water to? Mysterious. Give water. Why? You're giving water to... Who did you give water to? You gave somebody water and you felt sympathy? Okay. Then let's go... You received water. Kel, why did you receive... Are you hurt? Brought to rest in bed. But you're not in bed. Duchess? Okay, why did you get water? Probably not something that would happen, but I picture Okami's dwarf watering the floor. Yeah, well, or just waking someone up with like a bucket of water, like, psh, like ooh, yeah. But they only get water when they're sick, because I'm pretty sure I have plenty of drink. Yeah, I don't get that. You're not in the hospital. And you don't really say that you have any wounds. At least not that's been, you know. Oh. No, this is Autumn Gosmer. It's you. That's I should. No health problems, no wounds. You should have been brought to rest, but see nothing about that. Okay, how is your wounds? There is nothing here to indicate that you're hurt whatsoever. Mysteries. Yeah, but we were looking for Iglik. Making rock pedestal. Oh, there you are. Well, good news. Well, bad news is that we've still to see any humans. I see no humans coming to trade with us. Okay, now you're drinking. Does that mean that there is a... Yes. A diorite pedestal in here? Yes. Okay. Let's get down to business. So, I think your bedroom was like over... There. This is your bedroom, Josephine. So I'm gonna build a, it is called a display furniture. I'm gonna put it there. And then I'm gonna put the catapult part on that pedestal, and you're gonna be so happy about it. Well, I hope. How is it going? Well, Okami, you have been awful at your job. Okami. I specifically asked Okami to do a rock pedestal to put Josephine's decoration on. And you just went around reading books, praying to things, and doing whatever. Not doing your mason job, even that you were specifically asked to make that, and you're a mason. And then you went on to give someone water who didn't have any history of being hurt. So I'm just imagining that you went and threw a bucket of water on someone that maybe was passed out on the floor. But still. So, yeah, apparently you having some days off. Actually, are you okay? Be merry. I think you're mostly fine, even though you have a history of seeing a lot of stuff. He has poor memory, little linguistic ability, and a lousy intellect. That might explain some stuff. He's a calm demeanor, that is true. Tends to think before acting. No, not necessarily. Unfettered after staying occupied. Extravagant. Yeah, but you have not been doing your mason job. Let's go and see if we have the pedestal. There we go. Pedestal is a thing. Display items. Okay, so where do I find... That would be a not ballista part. I guess then there should be a catapult. That should be on the C. And that's catapult parts over there. There we go. There it is. Put that there. Like, I've been streaming for almost an hour. And we have been almost going through a month. That is pretty good. Like a totally new fortress would of course go quicker, but still. Stray horse. Let's see, throwing water on someone, recreational activity, maybe. But you were, yeah, like the task itself was giving water, which is a bit confusing because that's only happens, should only happen when someone is hurt. Okay, here comes the part, I think. So many grizzly bears. There we go. Now. Well, where is Josephine? You're listening? Oh, I do want to know about the story. And I do not need to find who is telling it, but I do like to know who is telling it. Which I can find easier than this, as I said. Someone is really listening. There we go. Sulban. The limb work, very remarkable. Something, something. You are telling a story of... In 18, the Dwarf Rotten 1, Enod became king of the minor monasteries. I don't like that story. Wait. That's what's not why we were here. Okay, you're still listening to story. It's a long story. From long, long ago. Not that far away, because the world is very small. Are you maybe going to go to bed? Sleep? Put something in your you know, in storage. Josephine is reciting poetry. No, I want to know about that activity. There we go. Performances at the second line. Abatement. Abatement worthless. Is an example of a gloss of adoring. The work has no particular subject. The writing is completely serious. Overall, the poetry is very, very bad. The gloss of adoring is a poetic form concerning a lover originating in the strong barbarity. That's, by the way, that's goblins. That might explain some things. The rules of a form are applied by poets to produce individual poems which can be recited. The poem is a single blah 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 blah. Yeah, that is, now we're just into like the pace of the poem, not what it's about. Except that there is a bit more. Yes. The first line. Let's see here. No, the second line of a tercet must expand the idea of the first line. The first line is intended to make an assertion. It must make use of internal rhyme. Internal rhyme. It has 3 feet. What? Accent. Second line is intended to make a counter assertion. And it has feet. The third line is intended to synthesize previous ideas. It has 3 feet. William Shatner doing spoken word. Yeah. Rocket Man. Okay. Still, nice. You, for some reason, chose bad poetry, but I don't know. Oh, he's a rocket man now. Kind of. World is odd. Okay, you're going for a drink. Can you not go to bed? I want you to see your stuff that I put there. I want to know what you're thinking about it. Yeah, drink and then sleep. Drink, sleep, drink, sleep. Also, you don't seem to have a job. Store item, yeah, okay, that's just a goblet that you picked up to do drinking in. Socialize, no, stop socializing, go to sleep. I could force you to go to your room. Oh, poetry. Boop, 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 boop. Who is reciting poetry? Someone is reciting poetry. And I do want to know who that is. Who is it? Oh, there we go. It is Mesthos. Seal and the Fountains is an example of a musical couple. The work has no particular subject. The writing is very compassionate overall. The poetry is masterful. Okay, so this is how it's done. The musical couple is a dramatic poetic form originating in the Gilded Beast. I do not know what that is. The rules of a form are applied by poets to produce individual poems which can be recited. Poems is a single tercet. I don't know what it is. They share underlying meaning. Parallelism, something, something. Second line of a tercet has the same grammatical structure as the first line. First line is intended to describe the past. There's 2 feet, one accent, pattern, stressed, unstressed. The third line is intended to move away from the previous ideas concerning the future. Okay, what about the second line? Okay, the second line is intended to offer a different perspective concerning current events. Okay. Dwarven politics uses poetry. Listening to story. Okay, I'm just gonna. Lowlor, Blank Island, the soldier knot of flowers, created a masterful granite pedestal in Legendhame. At Legendhame. Very good, very good. That's a good story, you know, to get your dwarf babies to sleep. Oh, right, we haven't looked at the engraving in the floor here. Engraved at the floor, on the floor is an exceptionally designed image of dwarves by Eilath and Mengdulil. Dwarves are laboring. Art relates to the foundation of Legendhame in 256. Nice. And now I've stopped looking at Josephine again. There you are. Yeah, you're listening to that story. Go to bed. Okay, it's soon autumn, and the dwarves will come and say, "Oh, is this the new mountain home? Oh, yes, it is. Here, have a regent." Time flies. With a good CPU. That is nice. Autumn has come. Yes. Poof. I hope we're not getting sieged. That would be unfortunate. Listening to poetry again. How about that? I want to know. Who is... It would be nice if we could just see who is reciting. Is it you? Is it you? No. Is it... There. Okay, so you have the bunch of things. That means that you're reciting, apparently. the elven body parts, so to say. Okay, Lakes and the Ignited Scribes is an example of a crystalline rock. Artworks has no particular subject, writing overflows with sadness. Overall, the poetry is masterful. Light poetic form intended to describe mining. It's very sad though, originating in the strong barbarity. But that's goblins, right? The rules of a form are applied by poets to produce individual poems which can be recited. Poem is a single quatrain, consonants, characteristics, 5 feet for each line. BB. I don't know. Okay, so it's about mining, and it's very, very sad, but very, very good. Odd. Like, is that something that dwarves would talk about? Okay, so now where is Josephine?